When your dog climbs into bed with you each night, circles 3 times, and heavily sighs as they press their weight against your side, do you actually know what they are trying to tell you? Most pet owners treat this nocturnal routine as a simple, heartwarming luxury. The conventional explanation is highly predictable. Your dog gets cold, your mattress is soft, and your body heat provides effortless physical comfort. But the moment you evaluate this behavior through the lens of veterinary science and evolutionary biology, that lazy explanation completely falls apart. Dogs are exceptionally resourceful masters of locating thermal comfort. They can effortlessly track a patch of afternoon sunlight across a linoleum floor, locate the warmest cushion on a sofa, or nestle directly beside a heating vent. If pure physical warmth was their only objective, your bedroom is full of viable alternatives that don't involve navigating your shifting sleep patterns. The reality of what is occurring on your mattress after dark is infinitely more complex, rooted in ancient pack survival mechanisms, hormonal feedback loops, and a sophisticated language of physical placement. Welcome to Decoding Dogs. Today we are conducting a full forensic audit on the hidden data of canine sleep behaviors, breaking down the exact biological messages, instinctual roles, and silent indicators your dog is communicating to you every single night. Our first case file investigates why sleep represents the ultimate transaction of psychological trust in the animal kingdom. Even the most pampered domesticated toy breed, who has never spent a single night exposed to the elements, still carries the intact neural wiring of their wild ancestors. In the natural world, the state of unconscious sleep is the precise window of maximum vulnerability, the moment where a predator can easily locate and neutralize a target. By bypassing every quiet, tucked-away corner of your home to deliberately place themselves in your bed, your dog is making a high-stakes tactical decision. They are actively overriding thousands of years of survival defense mechanisms. Canine behavior studies utilizing attachment framework models have consistently demonstrated that dogs view their primary human caretakers as a secure base. When they choose to enter their most defenseless state directly beside you, they are broadcasting a definitive statement that their vocal cords cannot produce. You are the absolute anchor of my physical safety. This brings us to case file 2, an extraordinary physiological phenomenon known as biological synchronization. When you and your dog drift off to sleep in close physical proximity, your bodies begin to interact at a structural, microscopic level. Clinical research measuring canine endocrine responses has revealed that sustained close contact with a bonded human triggers an instantaneous drop in the dog's circulating cortisol levels, the primary hormone responsible for stress and hypervigilance. Simultaneously, their system experiences a massive release of oxytocin, the neurochemical catalyst for social bonding and emotional tranquility. But the true beauty of this data is that it is a bidirectional street. The exact same hormonal shift occurs within your own bloodstream. As the night progresses, your breathing patterns naturally begin to mirror one another, your heart rates slow in tandem, and your nervous systems effectively entrained to a shared rhythm. You are not just sharing a blanket, your bodies are actively regulating each other's biochemistry in the dark. Our third entry shifts to the tactical architecture of the bed itself, exploring how your dog has quietly assigned themselves a professional security detail. Pay microscopic attention to the exact geographic coordinates your dog selects on your mattress, because their placement is never accidental. If your dog routinely curls up directly facing the bedroom door, they are executing a classic sentry behavior, monitoring the primary entry point of the room. If they press themselves squarely against your shoulder blades, they are executing a maneuver known as covering the blind spot, ensuring that no threat can approach you from an angle you cannot see. A dog positioned firmly at the foot of the bed is grounding themselves at the optimal structural pivot point, maximizing their line of sight and ensuring they can spring into a defensive or defensive trajectory faster than from any other location. They are fully aware that they reside in a modern house, yet their ancient DNA completely ignores the walls, viewing the mattress as a critical tactical outpost where they must stand watch over the core members of their pack. Case File 4 uncovers the distinct vocabulary hidden within individual canine sleep positions. The way your dog shapes their anatomy beside you is a running status report on their current emotional and neurological state. Consider the tight defensive ball configuration where the nose is tucked toward the tail and the limbs are held close to the torso. This position is engineered to protect the vital, vulnerable internal organs of the abdomen while conserving maximum core body heat. If your dog assumes this shape right beside you, the bond of affection is certainly present, but their nervous system is still maintaining a subtle baseline of defensive guardedness. Conversely, consider the absolute inverse, the total outward sprawl. When a dog lies completely flat on their back or side, limbs entirely extended and their vulnerable belly completely exposed to the open room, they have achieved a state of absolute emotional security. They have systematically deactivated every single survival instinct, telling them to guard their vitals, signaling to the room that their trust in your protective capacity is absolute. Many owners experience a subtle pang of social rejection when their dog climbs into bed, turns around, and completely presents their backside to them for the remainder of the night. This interpretation is a profound human misunderstanding of canine body language. In the sophisticated social code of pack animals, turning your back to a companion is actually the highest honorific of trust that can be bestowed. It is an explicit declaration that the animal feels zero necessity to monitor your movements or defend against your presence. By placing their back to you, your dog is communicating that they know, without a fraction of a doubt, that you represent absolute safety. They are effectively utilizing you as a biological shield, trusting you to watch the space behind them while they rest. Our fifth case file highlights an incredible neurological adaptation, the systematic rewriting of the canine internal clock. By all accounts of evolutionary design, dogs are naturally crepuscular animals, meaning their peak neurological alertness, hunting drives, and physical energy are hardwired to spike during the twilight hours of dawn and dusk. Their biological clocks have absolutely no inherent reason to align with a modern human standard monophasic sleep schedule. Yet, out of a profound drive to maintain social proximity, a bonded dog will gradually, over months and years of shared habitation, completely bend their circadian rhythms to mirror your exact routine. They learn to anticipate the precise sound of your wind-down habits, the specific stillness that precedes your alarm, and the subtle shifts in your morning breathing patterns. This isn't basic house training. It is a profound testament to sustained, voluntary attention, altering their ancestral biology simply to be present exactly when and where you are. This continuous observation allows your dog to develop a highly detailed sensory baseline of your physical state, leading directly to Case File 6, their ability to detect hidden human stress. Long before you verbally express that you've had a grueling day, your dog has already compiled the data. Their olfactory system possesses between 10,000 and 100,000 times the sensitivity of a human nose, allowing them to instantly detect the microscopic chemical signatures of rising cortisol levels emitted through your sweat glands. Because they spend hours every night studying your baseline resting heart rate, your muscular tension, and your respiratory depth, they can instantly identify the subtle variations caused by anxiety, grief, or physical illness. When they become unusually Velcro, like during a difficult week, pressing their body against yours with intense focus, they are not guessing at your mood. They are directly responding to real, measurable physiological data points that they have memorized over a lifetime of sleeping by your side. This brings us to the critical diagnostic insight of Case File 7, the sudden, unexplained cessation of co-sleeping. If a dog who has enthusiastically shared your bed for months or years suddenly abandons the routine to seek isolated, solitary sleeping quarters on the floor or in a distant room, you must immediately pay attention. In the code of canine survival, hiding physical vulnerability is an ancient, hardwired mandate. Wild animals who display signs of intense pain, joint degradation, or internal illness quickly become targets or liabilities. Consequently, when a domesticated dog experiences a sudden onset of physical discomfort, chronic arthritis flare-ups, or systemic illness, their instinctual reflex is to withdraw into isolation to mask that weakness. A sudden shift in their nightly sleeping location is frequently the very first behavioral indicator of a medical issue, long before clinical symptoms become visible to the human eye. Beyond physical diagnostics, a sudden withdrawal can signal a profound disruption in their perception of environmental safety, such as a hidden stressor in the household, an unresolved territorial conflict, or a negative psychological association with the bedroom space itself. The nightly ritual of sharing a sleeping space was never a casual lifestyle footnote to your dog. Every specific orientation of their limbs, every tactical choice of placement against your body, and every slow, synchronized breath taken in the dark represents a deliberate, active choice to reinforce the pack structure. Thank you for decoding the data with us today on Decoding Dogs. If this clinical breakdown of canine behavior and evolutionary biology permanently transformed the way you view your dog's nightly habits, make sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a comment below detailing your dog's exact signature sleeping position, and as always, stay curious, keep analyzing the data, and always listen to what your dog is trying to say.